Nation, and welcome to another month of watching classic movies that I owned. So, let's begin. Today is June 6th. Can't believe it's June already. Today I decided to watch the movie Kubo and the Two Strings. I'm watching this film because Travis Knight directed this film. He also directed the movie that came out this weekend, Masters of the Universe. But his first movie he ever did was Kubo and the Two Strings, which is a Leica animated film, which is basically stop motion animation. An art form that's really dead at this point in animation movies, which is a real shame. Because, I mean, it's not my favorite animation style, but there are some really good ones. And one of those movies is Kubo and the Two Strings. So basically you have this kid, Kubo. He is the son of the samurai and this wizard monkey woman who tells there's a power in the stories. There's an evil grandfather who's after Kubo's eye, and he has to go on this hero's journey in order to grab the armor in order to save his life and stop his grandfather from terrorizing him. This movie is incredible. The story is just so good. It has that Japanese culture mixed in. It has that epic of the hero's journey story to it. And the music's also very good. And also just the voice acting. I mean, there's so many crazy voice actors in this, like Charles Theron as the monkey, Matthew McConaughey as the beetle, George Takei, Ray Fiennes. I mean, there's a lot of crazy people, and the animation makes the movie looks incredible as well. So yeah, Kubo and Two Strings, great way to start off the month of June. So yeah, today is June 7th. Today I decided to watch the movie The Suicide Squad. I decided to watch the movie because Idris Elba is in it, and he is in the new Masters of the Universe. So Suicide Squad is a sequel to the original Suicide Squad, kinda. It's kind of a fresh take because we had some new characters, we had some return characters, mostly just Harley Quinn because Captain Boomerang gets shot up in the first 2 minutes of the film. The movie's crazy, it's dumb, it's fun, and I enjoyed the heck out of this movie. I think the action's really cool. It brings in some cool characters like Bloodsport and Peacemaker are very interesting characters. And also there's some just absolute craziness. And I also feel like this movie kind of changed the tone of what DC is doing right now. Because before this, we had the Snyderverse, we had our movies are kind of darker. This one, it feels more like a Marvel movie, kind of. It's a little more dumb, it's a little more fun, stupid. And like I said, I think Suicide Squad, very enjoyable film. Action's good. Very crazy some of the stuff they do in this movie. But I'd say I really like Suicide. It was a fun rewatch. Girlfriend did not like it whatsoever, though. Alright, so today is June 13th. Today I decided to watch the movie E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I'm watching this movie because Steven Spielberg directed the movie Disclosure Day, and I thought it was going to be a perfect opportunity, and especially since this is an alien movie, I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to rewatch E.T. E.T. is one of the, I think, not his best movie, but one of his most iconic films. I mean, everyone knows, like, my girlfriend never had seen E.T., but even she knew E.T. Phone Home. I mean, there's so many iconic stuff. I mean, the little E.T. alien crashes onto Earth and has to try to find a way to get home. The bicycle across the moon is just absolutely iconic. The score done by John Williams is one of his more iconic scores. I mean, this is a picture that the shot on the moon is something Steven Spielberg has used with Alien Studios to this day. And like I said, I think this movie is enjoyable 80s film. Is it my favorite Spielberg movie? No. Is it very sweet? Gets me sometimes very emotional, especially towards the end. It's just good. So yeah, E.T. Extraterrestrial was a fun rewatch. Glad I got to rewatch it. And just remember, I'll be right here. So it's June 13th again. Girlfriend's busy over the weekend, so on Sunday, so I decided we would watch 2 movies on Saturday. So the second movie we decided to watch was Fall Guy. This is a movie starring Emily Blunt. We're watching this because she was also in Disclosure Day. Movie came out last year, I believe, and I really enjoyed it when I first saw it. I got to watch the extended cut. To be honest with you, I don't really remember the difference between the two. I think there's like 20 more minutes of the movie compared to the original cut of the film. So, really, to be honest, it really didn't bring anything more or anything less to the film. I would probably just watch the original cut of the film. I'd watch this again. But, it was fun to watch. I love Ryan Gosling. I think him and Emily Blunt have great chemistry. I do love how this movie pays homage to stunt actors or stuntmen who work on movies, who make some action scenes look really good. And Emily Blunt plays the director, and then you have this whole cover-up murder, and then the movie's ridiculous, but the action set scenes are incredible, and I also love how they use practical effects for a lot of the film, while they mix in some visual effects, but I think a lot of it's natural, which was very fun. So yeah, Fall Guy, definitely worth a rewatch. Really enjoyed watching it again. I highly recommend checking it out, and yeah. Alright, today is June 19th. Today I decided to watch The Wolverine. This Hugh Jackman has a new movie out this weekend. The Death of Robin Hood, I believe it is. So I decided to watch The Wolverine. So basically this takes place right after X-Men 3. Logan feels post-traumatic or feels a lot of remorse after killing Jean in that movie. He gets recruited by... Back in the day, he saved this Japanese soldier who went on to build this big tech industry. And then he wants to say goodbye, but then his powers kind of get omitted, and he has to go with this the granddaughter of the guy he saved in this adventure in Japan to try to figure out why his powers are gone and have a little fun adventure, basically. I really liked Wolverine. This was a film that I remember. I've only seen it, I think, once, maybe twice. But I have to say, this was a fun rewatch. That train scene, whenever he's on the train and he's like jumping through. I love a good train scene. Reminds me a lot of playing Uncharted 2. Like I said, this movie is great. It was great seeing Hugh Jackman in a good Wolverine because before this we had X-Men Origins. Not the best X-Men film. That's one movie I will never own in my collection because it is so terrible. But overall, Wolverine, and also I love seeing Japanese stuff. So seeing Wolverine in Japan was pretty cool. Alright, so today is June 26th. Today I decided to watch the movie Fight Club. I'm watching this movie because Edward Norton is in a new movie this weekend. I don't know what the title of the movie is, but hey, Edward Norton's in a movie. And I get to watch one of my favorite movies of all time, the movie that inspired me to watch more movies, and that is Fight Club. Fight Club was a movie that came out in 1999. It tells the story about this guy who has insomnia, who can't sleep. He meets this guy named Tyler. They start a fight club. But we can't talk anymore about it because you know what the first rule of Fight Club is, right? So, the movie is absolutely incredible. It's just masterpiece directed and story written by David Fincher. And also just like the narrative of watching Edward Norton and as the movie's progressing, you're just like, what the hell am I watching? And you're just like, this movie's, for me, I wasn't big into movies when I watched this movie back in 2010. I was not big into movies. I watched Fight Club for the first time, and it kind of, like, blew my mind, and, like, you can make movies like this, so it really inspired me to watch more movies. So, like I said, I would not be watching movies as much as I did if it wasn't for Fight Club, so this movie will always hold a special place in my heart, and every time I watch this movie, I get more out of it. Like, I like the message that really holds true to today is that don't let the stuff you buy control you. I mean, that's something that we see in today's market, and I think that's very powerful for today. But there's just so many great things. The stuff that gets marketed, mental health, all these different little stuff. Fight Club, incredible film. Absolutely love rewatching it, and I'll definitely watch it again one day. Today is June 28th. Today that I decided to watch Dune. I watched the first one. This is my collection of Dune Part 1 and Part 2. I will watch Dune Part 2 probably the 1st of August because that's when the next Zendaya movie is. I'm watching this movie because Jason Momoa is in Supergirl this weekend. And so I was like, hey, let's check out Dune. Absolutely love Dune. The first Dune movie is so good. And really, it is the second part of this film that came out 2 years ago that made this movie even more incredible than I actually really enjoyed. Because I I really like Dune, but I feel like I need to see the full movie. Now that I know where this movie goes into the second part, the first part is so much more incredible. And this is the first time I've watched the movie since I have seen part two. And like I said, I'm looking forward to watching the second part. The movie is just so beautiful. The sand stuff is incredible. All the performances are good. It has that very Star Wars sci-fi epic feel to it. And also just the hero's journey. Like you're watching young Paul Atreides eventually becoming who he has to be. And like there are so many great moments that I remember from part two that I can't wait to check out part two. So yeah, Dune 1 or just the first Dune. It's an incredible film. Highly recommend checking it out if you've not seen it. And guys, that concludes the Buff of June. We watched a lot of movies this Buff. My girlfriend probably yelled at me because we watched 2 movies a weekend, all Buff. It was a lot of fun. We'll not be doing that in July. Give her a little bit of a break. But who knows? We might watch more than one just a weekend.
No.
So, guys, what was your favorite movie I watched this month? If I had to pick one, it had to be Fight Club. Fight Club is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know what my girlfriend's favorite movie of the month was, but she probably doesn't remember what half of what we watched. So, guys, where it is, comment below. Let me know. And, guys, if you'd like to feel like thumbs up, subscribe, support, tell your friends about Easy Nation. All too easy.